That's insane. Look how many they are. Oh.
So I'm just on my usual walk to the office this morning. But look at this. Just hanging out at Big Ben.
Welcome back. Back with another banger. It's the React Files, where we react
to the creepiest, craziest, scariest TikToks. You should watch alone.
Hope you're having a good night. And if you haven't already, please take a second just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. That's what we're gonna do, y'all. That's right. Run these numbers up. Let's get straight to it.
That movie was nothing but symbolism. The very first scene itself has 666 put out into view for you to see, but can you see it? Could you point it out for me? Tell you what, for some reason I can't seem to get these words out. Every single time I have messed this up here. Let's try this again for like the 100th time here. 76 on the coffee cup. The 6 is standing out. It is white. This is the analog clock, which says 6:30. There's a digital clock over here, which says 6. Now, come on. We're in a bedroom that has a analog and a digital clock, and it's just so conveniently to where you see 666, okay? Cup is also the representation of emotions, which water is also the representation of emotions, which this entire movie is about water and the color blue. You know how there's videos going viral on TikTok right now with the whole Statue of Liberty, Liberty Island, and the deer showing up, and now they're showing up everywhere? This is in the beginning, you know, it talks about all the producers. Look, okay, what is that? That's rain. What is that? That's the Statue of Liberty upside down. They put it upside down because your brain wouldn't think of it right away. If you're not looking, you won't see it. It's upside down, so your brain's not going to catch it. So many people didn't even catch the fact that the Statue of Liberty was right here. Okay, Statue of Liberty, reindeer. 1, reindeer can't get to the Statue of Liberty unless they were taken there. And 2, if you guys have eye to see, you're going to see that these videos that are going viral right now, they're all CGI. They're all faked, okay? This is a symbolism programming to get people to fear this war that they've talked about in this movie. They're playing games with us. We're not even 5 minutes into the movie, and there's the representation of the third eye, which is covering, you know, the person who created the novel. Okay, this thing is wrought with symbolism, and we're not even into the beginning of the movie yet. They enter into their B&B, and right there, right first thing on the wall is a wall of a whole bunch of eyes. Symbolism, anybody? And they're blue. Let's continue this theme of blue. Blues Clues, anybody? This is the bed and where they sleep. You see that wallpaper with that water? Again, water is the representation of emotions. Do you know that they've changed this wallpaper 3 different times? This is a mental game to mess with people. If you weren't paying attention to it, you would not have noticed it. Look, the water's higher. Oh, but wait, it gets even higher. So just really quick, see where that light is and see where the top of the water is? I need that retrospect for this next. This is not a change in perspective, okay? Look at how much higher the water is to the ceiling. So they changed that wallpaper 3 times. This is, okay, your spirit knows that water represents emotion, okay? So this movie is already causing your emotions to grow, and you don't even know why, because you're so enthralled into the movie that you're not paying attention to the background that they're changing. Oh, but oh no, that's not the only thing that they changed. The picture in the background in the front room changes 3 times on you, but did you notice that? No, because there's no mental game being played here that people don't need to see, because there's very little symbolism in this. So why do that? Because they understand how to manipulate people. Especially these images manipulate your mind. These are static images. Static images program the mind. And they get so bold as to literally stand up right in front of it as big as they can to see this. This is the same wall, but it's a different picture than the other 2. It's a mental mind game. Symbolism. This entire movie just reeks of symbolism. How about the spiral of energy that they transition from one scene into another? Do you know that all of creation looks like this when you see the energy outside of you? When you actually can develop to see this type of energy, you see this pattern and energy everywhere. That's a huge symbolism right there. But we're crazy talking about it because people don't understand what we mean by symbolism, because y'all don't understand a lot of the stuff because they didn't teach you this stuff. So they're speaking on a lot of stuff they didn't teach you and they lied to you about. So a lot of people think that we're talking crazy when we're talking about the symbolism. It's because people don't understand what we mean, where we're coming with these symbols. Oh, but the Hollywood surely does know. Look, blue pills, come on. We know what blue and the red pill are, so some of y'all be out there be like, it's just medicine. It's because you're not understanding what I mean by the symbol. You're not understanding it. Clearly haven't seen The Matrix. This is one of the pictures towards the last scene when she goes down into a billionaire's bunker where she finds the movie she's been seeking. Look, hope begins in the dark. Need I say more on the symbolism? The division, the separation, the emotional control that's coming from this movie. Even one scene shows all four of them with the pictures of the eyes illuminated. Even things you wouldn't even think about. Do you know this boat right here that says White Lion? You want to know about that? Go look up White Lion and ship. Okay, and the symbolism of what that means. So I don't know about you, and you can truly think however it is that you want to think about me, and this is just my perspective and my opinion, and to me it just doesn't seem right when you're a former president having the ability to manipulate or influence movies, and like they're playing a game, a deadly game, in a sense they shouldn't be playing, because mentally and emotionally that movie a lot of people watched, and that messed with a lot of people, and that was a very manipulative movie. And the fact that we can see it but nothing is being done about it because we're crazy for how we see it. But yet, ritualistically speaking, this movie is, out of every movie I've seen symbolism wise, yeah, this one takes the cake and symbolize. And the fact of Michelle and Obama, it's so blatantly in your face. I mean, like, they don't think you'll ever see it. They're playing a game with you because they know that you won't. It's kind of laughing at you, putting in your face, and you don't even see it. And you judge your fellow brethren who do, because you just don't see what we see. And we're okay with that. We're used to being called crazy. I'm just putting it out there because something ain't right about that at all. I mean, there ties with it, the fact that you throw Friends in it to top it off. Okay, and Matthew Perry, who passed away in water. He drowned in water. That's what his name. They said he had a cardiac arrest and drowned in water. The technology that they have, this movie talks about this type of technology, okay, in water, okay, the representation of water, the representation of Friends, the last one. There's just way too many things in there. So what does it mean? I don't know what it means. It's just odd. The whole thing is odd. There's something that's not right about it. And like, people need to wake up and see this, because we're allowing these people to manipulate the human emotion in such a sense that's mind-blowing. Because this movie right here, energetically people just don't even realize how much they mess with people's minds. They don't know. You don't know what the games that they play on the mental consciousness of humans. So I don't know what it means. I do know that there's way too much symbolism in this thing for this just to be any type of movie. Way too much. It's almost ritualistic. Like a ritual had been performed. Something ain't right about it. That's just my opinion. People can really think whatever they want. I can't help. That's how I see it. And I don't think I'm the only one that sees it that way either.
No, she is not. Preach on, sister. I'm trying to tell y'all, that movie, Leave It All Behind, is something to watch. Very artistic, shot in a wonderful way, the acting superb. But like she said, the symbolism takes the cake. Let me know if you've seen this movie, y'all. Let me know if y'all agree. It's a hot topic.
Stop. Y'all gonna want to hear this new bill that just passed not too long ago about New York FEMA camps.
New York State is still fighting for the right to set up quarantine camps. Today, the battle entered the next phase when the court heard oral arguments in the case. NTD's Arian Pastar spoke with the lead attorney and a state senator involved in the case.
Quarantine camps in the state of New York. Governor Kathy Hochul and Attorney General Letitia James want to implement Rule 2.13. It would give the state's Department of Health the power to forcibly isolate individuals suspected of carrying a transmittable disease.
This is truly about being able to control citizens for any reason.
New York State Senator George Borrello and lead attorney Bobby Ann Cox sued the state over the rule and won the case last year. However, the state appealed, and on Wednesday, attorneys made their case before an appeals court.
The rule says the Commissioner of Health can pick any place that the Commissioner of Health wants to put you. You have no say.
As you can see in this clip, hundreds of people showed up at the court protesting the idea of.
So they said that they can forcibly put you in a FEMA camp if they feel like you need to be quarantined. Or if somebody was to pop up with a mysterious illness. We remember how the Australian quarantine camps went, right? Y'all keep your eyes open, there's a lot of strange things happening. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the New York quarantine camp bill being passed in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content. And by the way, TikTok, this for entertainment purposes only. Everything is video scripted.
Seems like it made the news. I guess the older guy was right.
Always remember, we are children of the sun, and gods and goddesses with amnesia. Don't get caught up in this third dimensional light code simulation and forget and get distracted. Remember who you are. Remember, movies like Avengers and movies like the X-Men is all based and predicated on our real cosmic powers. Remember, our ancestors were in sync with the primordial version of their self, and they remember who they are. We actually had these type of powers. And malnelevant extraterrestrials that run this planet know who we really are. They know who we really are, and this is primarily why they suppress us. Don't get overly distracted with mundane subject matter. You must tap in. You must meditate. You must go inward. You must access your Akashic records in order to thoroughly access your true primordial cosmic power. Now, for all my comic book fans, you see those collars that they put around an X-Men neck? They refer to as the inhibitor, okay? And what these collars are typically known to do is to suppress their powers, to suppress their true abilities, so they don't have the ability of accessing their cosmic gifts. Here's another example with the Fantastic Four. They put this stuff right in our face. You have to remember that these deletes formed a covenant with Hollywood, and all of the truth, all of the information is coming out of movies, comic books, and things of that nature that you believe are solely entertainment actually have a lot of truth inside of them. They always show us that these beings that have magnificent power can be suppressed through technology. This is the same thing they're doing to us currently with electromagnetic frequencies, with chemtrails, food with genetically modified organisms to affect our neurophysiology. This is why meditation is essential. Going inward every single day is highly required, okay? To break the distractions, to basically pull your mind closer to your primordial state of consciousness and awareness, and to see through the illusion. This is why they block the sun. This is why I tell you also to sunbathe, sun gaze, ground, plug your feet in with the soil, talk to the plants. These are all things that are essential for activating your spiritual awareness. This is why I also tell you to decalcify your pineal gland. This is why I tell you to get your blue lotus, link in bio, and also your lion's mane mushroom to regenerate damaged brain cells, as well as decalcify the pineal gland to undo all of the attacks that these deletes are consistently doing. You may feel powerless in the third dimension, but you can expedite the process of ascertaining your cosmic abilities via astral projection and lucid dreaming. By decalcifying your pineal gland, you open a cosmic gateway for communication from your spirit guides and higher cosmic family. The ancestors knew this day would come. That's why they ensured that they wrote it in the walls, so we can actually do our homework, we can actually follow the clues, and to determine what proper herbs we can use to actually gain access to the ancestral realm. Right now is an amazing time to be alive, and as new frequencies hit the planet, our DEA strands are activating. Peace, love, and light to everyone.
Peace, love, and light. That was a lot right there. Gotta look more into that.
They're basically a city underground. Now there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United States. There's 1,477 of them worldwide. What you call high tech. We have nothing like this on the surface. These mega bases are gobbling up our gross national product. Right now we're spending 28% of the gross national product on building underground bases. Each one has an average cost of $17 to $19 billion. And the black budget is dead wrong. It sidesteps the United States Congress and its Constitution of its people and says you're a bunch of morons you don't need to know. Each one is built in the site. It used to be, it'd take a year to 2 years to build each one, and now they're capable of building a couple of them a year. The infamous Area 51, S4, S2, a CIA base. The high-speed railways, the magneto-leviton trains that connect all the deep underground military bases within the United States. It employs over 18,000 workers who work in shifts of 12 hours at a whack. Most of them working in cover of darkness. Each with an average capacity capable of basically a city underground, roughly 4¼ cubic miles hollowed out underground. They have boring machines, for instance. They don't bore, they literally vitrify and melt the rock.
If I was a driver, you're going to have to pay me a lot of money. Go that far underground, just like that. Straight up. I don't do caves, underground caves, and nothing like that. How about you? Would you drive it?
Your PS5 should only ever be horizontal. You should never place your PS5 in a straight up vertical position like this. I know Sony says that you can, and I know they got this nice flat base so it looks and it sits just fine, but you are going to kill your PS5. This is your heatsink for your APU, and this is the liquid metal. You can see that it is all pooled to one side, and if we notice, it's the bottom of the console. So as you have your console sitting upright like this, gravity will cause the liquid metal to pool at the bottom because it is a liquid. It's much more liquidy than most thermal pastes are, and it's a lot heavier. So what happens when the liquid metal pools is you get a dry spot. That dry spot can also be seen on the APU here. That dry spot is either A, going to cause your PS5 to turn off suddenly, randomly crash on you, or even worse, B, just completely kill your PS5. That part to replace, good luck. So, yes, Sony says go ahead and set your PS5 upright, but do so at your own risk. I am telling you, as the guy that fixes these for a living, just set it horizontally. Save yourself the future headache, save yourself the future money, and just have such a better life. I know that kind of looks like crap, but blame Sony for selling a piece of crap that you can't set up right, even though they built it to set up right.
But you know, these P5s stand on business. Hopefully, what he's saying is true. And hopefully, he can save you a lot of money.
For years, these guys have organized a mass organized effort to slander my name behind the scenes.
Look at the hand gestures. Look at how TD Jakes is standing. Y'all know that stand.
I gotta give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop TD Jakes,
Mace just dropped a bombshell about the controversial preacher and Diddy's longtime friend, TD Jakes, and rumor has it that Pastor Jakes has been attending a lot of freak-offs at Diddy's parties. Rumors about TD Jakes being everything but a man of God have been circulating for a long time. However, some new details surfaced recently about him and Diddy being part of a secret club where freak-offs are just the tip of the iceberg. So what did Mace reveal about TD Jakes? And what exactly did Jakes do at Diddy's parties? Let's get into it.
And I want to tell you why, If the devil can use him aggressively, then I want you to know God could use me aggressively.
It looks like Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy could be the unraveling of the industry. And if Diddy gets criminally prosecuted, there's a long list of people he could drag down with him. And one of them is his longtime friend and spiritual mentor, TD Jakes. Now, if you don't know who TD Jakes is, he's one of those prosperity preachers who claims Jesus was rich and God wants us to accumulate as much wealth as possible. But you'll never catch TD Jakes doing what Jesus did and spending time with the poor and the downtrodden. Instead, Bishop Jakes prefers to keep the company of presidents, celebrities, and billionaires. And hands down, his favorite celebrity to hang out with is Diddy. So much so that rumors have been circulating for years that these two are more than friends. Speculations about TD Jakes being on the DL have been around for a long time, and they reached a fever pitch back in 2009 after his son Jermaine Jakes was arrested for openly soliciting gay sex from an undercover Vice detective in a public park just a few blocks from his father's megachurch, the Potter's House in Dallas, Texas. Now, as for Diddy and TD Jakes' friendship, it goes back years, and Diddy even enlisted Jakes to officiate the funeral of his ex, Kim Porter. When Kim died, Pastor Jakes shared her photo on his Instagram, and in the caption, he talked about the love Diddy had for Kim. He wrote, "Though you may grieve her absence, realize that many people never had such love in all of their lives. You are blessed to have someone to miss." So it looks like TD Jakes thinks love means controlling, beating, and breaking your girlfriend's nose, because that's exactly how Diddy treated Kim, allegedly.
Kim was going through the same thing. The beatings, that's Kim's book. Then you hear about the fact that he broke Kim's nose on a yacht?
But despite Diddy's reputation as one of the most depraved men in the industry, TD Jakes never missed an invitation to one of Diddy's infamous parties.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you, we love you, man.
By the way, when Jaguar Wright was asked why she thinks TD Jakes is always at Diddy's parties, she had this to say.
But for him to be at a Diddy party? I don't know. Like, I feel the same way about that as I feel about when Tyler Perry came to his church and laid hands on him and he caught the Holy Spirit from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is the bishop of what? Like, I've never, like, and I cut a check for $100 and I'm gonna lay my hands on your bishop, and he said, and then the bitch said, it's on the internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the dais screaming, push the baby out, birth that baby, push the. I'm like, what? Are we a church? Or is this about to turn into like a whole nother scene, like a lost scene from Eyes Wide Shut?
And Jaguar wasn't lying about that Tyler Perry situation. Back in 2013, TD Jakes received a prayer from Tyler in a ceremony that really did look like something from Eyes Wide Shut. And this happened shortly after Jakes also received a check.
Just as sad as it is scandalous, all this stuff's starting to get out. It's crazy.
Oh, hold up on, fam. I know damn well. I know I'm reading this wrong. Ain't no goddamn way I read that correctly. Nah. Yep, nope, that's it. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Yo, I'm tripping. That package said frozen guinea pig. And on top of that, shit was for $30. What is this place coming to? Hey, if you like it, you like it. I just never seen it on the market. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you use that for? I thought they were pets. Now they're used for lunch sandwiches and shit. $30. You can't pay me enough. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you with that? If you do, it's on you. I ain't tripping, but dang.
That's what hydrogen sounds like. It's a key of E, and it's a color yellow. That's what proper physics gets you to. Oxygen is a chartreuse, and it's the key of F over F sharp. Now, they used to, like I said, information used to be thought about as just electrical information passing on. But I got a question for you. Have you ever been at a party with some of your friends you ain't seen in 10 years, but y'all was like 14, you know, hung out, and there's a song that came on, and you like, ah, and everybody got up and was live at that moment. Now, say 10 years later, you got a friend with you. He's a good guy, but he wasn't there when me and my boys formed this. So when that song comes on, our DNA tightens. There's a particular song, a scale in the genome for each and every one of us. Now, when that song is played, when your particular prime resonant frequency is played, guess what happens? Your DNA celebrates and tightens. Everything else gets pushed out. Harmonic wave resequencing. The carbon is also the key of E and yellow. The nitrogen is G. And all these play a song. So say that the F over F sharps of the oxygen, the green, is only hitting at an F. Why? Because there's another frequency coming in from a generator over there. That's changing and causing it to change. The F hits the carbon. So instead of hitting as a F sharp, it hits as an F, so when it hits the carbon at an E, it doesn't hit it quite right, so the domino don't file right. So the next domino hits wrong. And so now we have malformation happening within our DNA because the frequencies are being pushed off. But when we hear our tone, we tighten back up.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. And if you haven't already, please take a second just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, just to make sure the algorithm know what's up. So what we gonna do, y'all? That's right. Run these numbers up. Thanks again. Until next time.